Overflows.
Sex and Love, Deeper Insights into Life, Love and Light. Chapter 5, Sex and Love. Indeed, no awakened one can be against sex, and also he is not for love alone. Sex has to transcend to become love. Meditate on it so that transcendence may be possible. By meditation, I mean you have to pass through it fully alert and aware. You must not pass through it blindly, unconsciously as you have been doing up to now. Great bliss is there hidden in its womb. However, when you can pass by blindly, you will certainly miss it. This blindness has to be transformed. For this, you must become open-eyed, alert, and awake. With open eyes, sex can take you on the path of inner oneness and harmony. If you can manage to become meditative in your sex life, slowly and slowly you will transcend sex. Both sex and life are connected together. Life begins through sex, and then sex continues through ebbs and flows of life. Holding the hands of your spouse, sit silently. Close your eyes and feel the energy flowing within. Feel the presence of the other. Gently enter into the presence of the other and also get the other's present. Other's presence enter into you. Vibrate together, sway together. If suddenly a great energy possesses you, then dance together, and you will reach to such orgasmic peaks of bliss as you have never known before. Those orgasmic peaks have nothing to do with sex. In fact, they have much to do with silence, the valley, not peaks. If you can also manage to become meditative during your sexual interaction, you can be silent while in sex, a kind of a dance. You will be surprised. You will come to know a built-in process to take you to the farthest shore, beyond all duality, to the realm of blissful existence. Certainly, love is dangerous, because in the moments of deep love, the ego vanishes. However, sex is not dangerous in any way. Generally, people are afraid of love and not of sex. Love is dangerous, sex is not, because it can be manipulated. There are now many manuals on how to do sex. You can manipulate it. Sex can become a technique. Indeed, sex has become a technical process. Love can never become a technique. If in sex you try to remain in control, then even sex will not help you to reach the ultimate. It will reach up to a certain point and you will drop back, because somewhere it also needs a let go. And to let go in sex becomes difficult in the beginning. But this let go is essential for transcendence. This is the reason that orgasm is becoming more and more difficult. Ejaculation is not orgasm. Ejaculation can lead to conception and give birth to a child, but certainly it is not orgasmic. Orgasm is the involvement of total body, mind, intellect, and soul. All four levels together, you vibrate, your whole being vibrates from toe to the head. You are no longer in control. Existence has taken possession of you, and you do not even know who you are. It is like a madness, a kind of sleep, that meditation or death, something like meditation or death. If you have experienced love as an unseen but realized truth, it will give new soul to sex, a new direction to sex. Love can give you new soul to sex, then sex is transfigured and becomes beautiful. Then it no longer remains sex. Instead, it has something of the beyond in it. It has become a bridge. You can love a person because the person satisfied your sex. This is not love, just a bargain. You can make sex to a person because you love. In that case, sex follows love like a shadow. Sex becomes part of love. Then it is beautiful. Then it is no longer part of the animal world. Then something of the beyond has already entered in. And if you go on loving a person deeply, then by and by, sex will disappear. This intimacy becomes so fulfilling, and there will be no need for sex, because love is enough unto itself. When that moment comes, then there is the possibility of prayerfulness dawning upon you. Within two lovers, when two lovers are in such deep love that love alone suffices, and sex has simply dropped, not that it has been dropped, not that it has been suppressed, no. It has not been dropped. It has not suppressed. It has not been suppressed. Simply it has disappeared from your consciousness. That moment is a moment of bliss when sex has completely disappeared from your consciousness, not leaving even a trace or a scar behind. This is the state when Shiva began to respond to Devi and her questions in the form of Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. This was the moment when author had reached that level of consciousness that sex has completely disappeared from her consciousness, that this communion began, and during this process, whatever was left has happened, and this communion in the form of life, love and light is the outcome of that experience when sex has completely disappeared from your consciousness. It has not left a trace or a scar behind. That is why it has a deeper meaning, and the talks, what has been presented by the author in the book, and to deepen that, to explain these further, these insights take you even into that layer which were left incomplete at the moment when the book was happening. So sex has simply disappeared from your consciousness, and that state, it does not leave even a trace, or a scar behind, then two lovers are in such total unity that they are not two. Instead, there is oneness. They exist as oneness, just as Shiva and Devi, they are not two. Instead, one existence. Seed is one. It has no male, no female. It has no gross and no subtle. Gross and subtle have blended, dissolved into one another. But for the purpose of the continuation of the life, the two aspects work differently. That is how it happens during the sex. After sex, when it happens, after that state of dissolution, when it has completely disappeared from your consciousness and does not leave even a single trace, then a new life begins. Then two lovers are in such a total unity that they are not two, instead oneness. Instead one, there is oneness. Remember, sex divides. Remember, the very word sex comes from the root which means division. Love unites. Sex divides. Sex is the root cause of division, conflict, and love. When you make love to a person, man or a woman, you think it unites. For a moment, it gives you an illusion of unity, and then a vast division suddenly comes in. That is why, after every sex act, a frustration and a depression comes in. One feels that one is so far away from the beloved. Sex divides, and when love goes deeper and deeper, it unites more and more. And there is no need for sex anymore then. Your inner energies can meet and merge without sex. This is sex without sex. At this point, sex has transcended and has become light. Your inner energies can meet and merge without sex, and you live in such a unity. This is the union of inner man and inner woman, union of inner man and inner woman, Shiva and Shakti, or anima and animus. This is the point. When you experience this, you realize that you are cosmic being. There is only one cosmic being and one cosmic woman. And through the interaction of the two, the entire creation comes into existence. Christians call it as Adam and Eve. Hindus call it as Manu and Shatrupa, or Shiva and Shakti. Enough for now.